Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl T Milan, aka Miss Trillionaire T, plain blank period, and I'm back with another video. Today is 6/28/2005. It's a Saturday. It's a beautiful day, about 87-88 degrees today. So today I am out doing gig work. I decided today that because I mainly do Lyft, because that's the only one that's profitable, really. I am signed up for a couple apps. I'm signed up for Uber Eats, and I'm also signed up for oh my goodness, what is that other one? Uber Eats and oh my gosh, the one with the food delivery. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, I had to go check that. Instacart. I'm signed up for Uber Eats, Instacart with the food delivery, and also Lyft. Now, I tried to sign up for Uber, but for whatever reason, it's so weird. For whatever reason, it's not approving me. Like, every time it keeps saying, you gotta do my background. I submit for my background check, and then nothing happens. You know, my background check is squeaky clean. But for whatever reason, and I called them 2 times already and told them that this is the issue. Like, I've been trying to sign up for Uber, the driver part of it, because I'm already on Uber Eats. I've told her I've been trying to sign up for the Uber driver part, and they just be like, oh, well, you got to submit a background check. I done submitted 4 or 5 background checks, and y'all still, it keeps saying I need to submit it. And I submit it, and then it says pending, and then about a month or 2 later, it says need to submit a background check. Sign up for Uber Eats, Uber driver. Like, it's just weird. I'm over it. So I am approved for Uber Eats, but not Uber driver, which is just as well, because there's always a lot of bullshit that comes with Uber. Anyway, you hear a lot of bullshit with the clientele, with the people with Uber anyway, so maybe it's just best that I stick with Lyft. Lyft is probably just a little bit more, bougier. The only thing about doing like these driving apps is like people have to come into your car. I'm not really too keen on people being in my car like that, but it is what it is. I suck it up and I do what I gotta do. This is what I chose. But that's that. But it seems like Lyft is like the most efficient app if you want to make money, and kind of like the fastest way to kind of make money out of all of the apps, because I don't have to wait for anything. I literally, the rides come up on my thing. I pick which one I want to do. They do have a 5-minute grace period. If they don't come out within that 5-minute grace period, I can move on. The app allows you to move on after you've made a phone call. But no tea, no shade. I always make the phone call and then hang up on the first ring. Like, I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, I'm still waiting outside. No, everything is timed. Everything, you called the ride, so you knew it was coming. And I gave you a 5-minute grace period, which I think 5 minutes is way too long to be sitting there waiting. I think it should be 3-minute grace period. But I gave you a 5-minute grace period, and now I'm here. I don't want to get on the phone and talk to you about where you at, and is you still coming out, and do you still need a ride? No. So normally what I do is I let it ring once, I hang up. Not even all the way once, like a half a ring, and I hang up. And then once you make a call, after you make a call in the app, after the waiting period, you make a call to the client in the app, then you can move on. So, that's the good thing about Lyft, is like they only have that 5-minute grace period. When you're doing like these Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that kind of stuff, and sidebar, I did try to sign up for DoorDash, but DoorDash will not allow me on there because of I have something on my driver's record literally from like 2014, literally over 10 years ago, and they will not let me drive on their platform. Not no DUI, nothing crazy. I forget what the thing is on my driver record, but it's literally from like 2014. But they won't let me on their platform, which is fine. Then that's for DoorDash, so I can't do DoorDash. So but the thing with the food apps is like, oh, they just ran the light. They just ain't here. The thing with the food apps is like, you gotta go to the restaurant. You gotta wait, because a lot of times they don't have the food ready and waiting for you. You gotta go to the restaurant. You gotta wait for the food. Then once you standing there waiting with all the other carriers, all the other people that's picking up food, then you get your food, then you go to your car, then you gotta go drop it off. Now, I looked at Uber Eats today because I was curious, because I'm like, I don't want to do Lyft all day today. I want to switch it up. And I looked at the Uber Eats app because I was just curious. And I get on there and it's like $3. And it says the trip is supposed to take me 23 minutes. So it's a Popeyes not too far from my house. I was supposed to go to this Popeyes, go pick it up, and then go drop it off to somebody else. The trip estimated 23 minutes. Now, if I get there and they are busy, they got customers walking in, they got a bunch of other Uber or DoorDash orders going on. Now I'm waiting. Now the time goes up. And I'm no tea, no shade. 23 minutes for $3.05 does not sit well with me. No tea, no shade. Because on average, and it depends on traffic flow. It depends on what time of day you go. But I normally have things mapped out. But it depends on what time of day you go. And it depends on, sometimes the rides might be a little bit slower. But on average, with Lyft, I do $25 an hour on average. Now it could be a little bit more depending on if it's peaking and the rides is coming in like this, or it could be a little bit less depending on what time of day. Like if you catching it on a Monday at like 5-6 o'clock, after like kind of rush hour has slowed down, rides don't come in as fast, and they're not offering the boost. So your ride's gonna be like $4, $5, $7, and they're not coming in as fast. So it's gonna take you a longer time. But typically, on average, I make $25 an hour. $25 an hour doing Lyft on average. $50 every 2 hours, sometimes 2.5. Like I said, it just all depends on traffic flow and different things like that. But 2.5 hours, I'm hitting $50. So for me to log into that Uber Eats app and to see that this trip is estimated 23 minutes, that's not including wait time that I'm possibly going to have to wait once I get to Popeyes because they might not be ready. That's not including wait time. 23 minutes to make $3.05 is crazy. That's why I never do Uber Eats, because it don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. Y'all need to start paying people more. Now I haven't done Uber Eats in a long time, but I always kept the app on my phone. And I remember even back then, I really felt like I didn't really make no money like that neither. But I did see something on there. I think if you go to certain areas, you can make a certain amount an hour. So they got something on there, like if you work a certain area, like you have to sign up for that area and you stay in that area, and I think you're guaranteed to make like a certain amount an hour, and the rates on there was like $16 an hour, and you work the area for like 2 hours. But even still, that's only 16. One of them, all right, so I'm in Philly, so it said if I work the center city area in Philly, I can make $16.50 an hour. 16 and 16 is 32, plus another dollar, 33. That's $33 for 2 hours, when I can do 2 hours of Lyft and make 50. This is why I always be doing Lyft. But I be trying to do other stuff so I don't have to do Lyft all day. Yo, I'm on the waiting list for other apps, but Uber Eats ain't it. It ain't it. And I'm also signed up for Instacart. Instacart is cool, but Instacart, I gotta pull up to the market. I gotta get out. I gotta do the shopping. I gotta come back. I gotta stand in line. This is Saturday, so most people don't work on Saturday, so they out doing their shopping and getting their errands and running around. I'm gotta wait in line. I gotta check out. I gotta pack everything up. I gotta put everything in the car. I gotta go drop it off. You talking about 2 hours, an hour and a half, depending on how many batches and all that. You talking about an hour, 2 hours to make $20, if that, $14, $15. You make $14, $15 if it's 2 batches. If it's 2 orders in one batch, you make $15. Like, who said gig work was easy? That's gonna be the title of this, because who said gig work is easy? It is not easy, y'all. It is work. Yes, you get the leisure to work when you want to work, but it's got to make sense. Like, I'm not just just be out here just wasting time playing around all day. Like I said, and I've been repeating myself throughout the video, it's just better to do driving services, even though it's you're inviting strangers into your car. It is a little risky. You just gotta pray and pray for the best, but it's better to just pick people up. I don't have to wait again, live through the 5-minute grace period, but after that I'm out. It's better to just do the driving service. I just go, I pick you up, you hop in the car, I drop you off, I'm on to the next. It's a constant flow. I don't have to shop. I don't have to stand in line. I don't have to go stand somewhere and wait for them to make the food, because they got a bunch of, now the restaurant got a bunch of walk-ins. Now they got a bunch of Uber Eats and DoorDash orders, and now they backed up. Now I got to sit here and wait 20-25 minutes for your food. Next thing you know, it done turned into a whole hour when it was supposed to be a 20-minute thing. They done estimated 20 minutes, but it done turned into 40 minutes because now I had to wait for your food. And I'm only making $3.05. That's not even worth my gas. It's not worth my time. I'm all for working, but it has to make sense. It really has to make sense. It does. I don't know who ever said gig work was easy, or if you thought gig work was easy. It's not easy. You have to be dedicated. You have to really, it's a grind. It really is a grind. But ultimately, I have a bigger goal. I'm only doing this to hold me over. I'm only doing this to hold me over. Ooh. I'm only doing this to hold me over. But ultimately, I have a bigger goal. I'm only doing this to hold me over until my dreams come to fruition. But there is a bigger goal. There is a overarching goal. I'm not trying to make a career out of doing Lyft. I don't even really like doing it for real. I just do it because I got to. It's the life I chose. I ain't mad at it. The life I chose. Now, today I'm going to be doing Lyft, but I also think I might do Instacart today. We'll see. If I can get Instacart is better if you can do smaller batches. If you can make money doing home, so if you can do like, okay, it's one order, it's a batch. You picked up a batch and there's only one order in that batch. Because you can have a maximum up to 3 orders in a batch. 3 different people. So it's good if you, honestly, the best strategy to doing Instacart, which I feel, is just to get the ones that's like the $7, the $8, $11 joints. 1 order, 1 batch. 1 order, 1 batch. You in and out the market. The order might have 10 items in it, 11 items in it. You in and out. That's in and out. That's quick. Or get the ones that one order, 1 batch, is 5 items in it, is 6 items in there, and you making $7, $8. You in and out. The quick joints. That's how you make the most on Instacart. You really don't make no money. I know it seems like it's money because they might offer you $35, $40 if you get the batches and it has 3 orders in it. It might seem like a lot of money, but when you do all that shopping, all that bagging, all that ringing up, putting all that in a car, dropping it off to all 3 different locations, you got to unload it, and the people do not help you. They do not help you. You got to unload it. Take a picture. Now they got to, so you got to scan one of the items to make sure this is the right order. Once you done did that for 3 people, that $35-$40 that they initially offer you, that shit don't even be worth it. You done spend about 2.5 to 3 hours delivering stuff, and you only made $35-$40. I'm telling you. So the best strategy with Instacart, in my opinion, if you want to milk it, stick with the one orders, the batches that only have one orders. Stick with that. They got one order, 10 items, 11 items, and they charge you 14. They paying you $14 for it. That's a good deal. They got one order, it's 5 items in there, and you're making $7 off of it. That's a good deal. Stuff like that. Quick, in and out, in and out. Quick, in and out, in and out. That's how you're going to make the most of it. But like I said, even still, you have to account for ringing up, standing in line, getting back in the car, dropping it off. It's very time consuming, pretty much. But anyway, that's the agenda for the day. We're gonna do some Lyft. Actually, just got a text message right now. I might have a no client, period, because I'm out here working today. I might have a no client, so we're gonna see what's up. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna be doing Lyft, and then I might do a little bit of Instacart. We'll see how this day go. Because if I have my no client, then I probably just do my no client and then do Lyft, and that should bring me to my goal for the day, hopefully. I gotta pay some bills, y'all. I gotta pay some bills. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Just came on here to chit chat with y'all, and I actually hope that this helps somebody. Because if you are thinking about doing gig work, you might want to consider what can make the best of my time. It also depends on where you live too. You know what I'm saying? But what makes most sense in the city, on the town that I live in? I live in the city. We deal with traffic and all sorts of things. So I have a lot of factors that I live in a major city. So I have a lot of factors that I have to consider. Honestly, Lyft is the best option. Lyft and Uber, those are my best options. Anything else is very much time consuming, really. So yeah, I hope this helps anybody. And also, just to let you know that if you do decide to quit your job and do gig work, you gotta work. And make sure you have a game plan. Because this is not the end all to be all. Like, ain't nobody finna be doing this for the rest of their life. It's wear and tear on your car. Yeah. Ain't nobody finna be doing this for the rest of their life. I have a game plan. I just gotta be disciplined and stick to it. That's the thing. Discipline. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. It's Saturday. Enjoy your day. And I will talk to y'all in the next video.